Hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right. Well, we are back for another installment of our One Albuquerque Awards. And it's great to see everyone on a Friday afternoon. And as a reminder, this is a way that our volunteer board and also our city employees, we like to celebrate folks who've just really gone above and beyond to help the community and really demonstrate that One Albuquerque spirit. And so we want to continue to keep doing this even over Zoom as we have been, really also because a lot of people have been stepping up during Corona. So, but someday we'll do this in person. So I think what I'd like to do is talk about our two awardees this time around. And as usual, we usually all kind of just give a quick overview, and then if the recipient wants to say a few words, that'd be awesome. And also folks on who might have nominated them too. So let's begin with our One Albuquerque Award. And I know today we're honoring RJ Korbach. I hope I got that pronunciation right. RJ's a familiar face at Bareilles Community Center for more than 10 years. And for us, helping to do free tax prep for neighbors in the area. And he's also just been so dedicated during COVID. And I really appreciate that, staying in touch with the community and members literally on a daily basis to figure out how he can continue to assist them. And so in May, too, RJ was given the green light to do drop-off style taxes at Bareilles Community Center. And so we're so glad that you were able to continue doing this, even in a different kind of format. And I think at the end of the day, we've calculated, or you've calculated perhaps 1,000 tax returns that you have done over the years at Bareilles. That is just awesome. And really a tremendous story for those individuals, but also we're just so lucky to have you dialed into the city and just being a part of what we try and offer. And so we really, really thank you for that. So I think let me pause there and just say, RJ, do you want to share a few words of wisdom or tax tips for us?
First off, I'm honored to receive this award on behalf of Team Bareilles. Some of the names here are part of the team. And since you were, I believe, our former quarterback, it's only as good as your line. And that's what this was. I've got probably the best team of all the volunteer tax preparers in Albuquerque. We're the most Hispanic site. Senior, by the way, this is a senior center, not a community center.
There is one across the street, but yes, you're right.
It is. It's just a soccer field in between. And I do want to thank the Bareilles Senior Center, Julio and his staff, David, Catherine, and that, because that was amazing. They supported us because we had to be outside, by the way. So I got to spend 6.5 weeks, fortunately, not all of it in the sun. And we did end up able to get over 1,000 returns this year. That's the 9th straight year. We did refunds of right around $860,000. And we're the poorest site in the city. And so we really are dealing with the people that need the most help. And there's no one on our team that's doing the work that isn't there for that reason. Our clients are what matter to us. Some of us live a fair distance away. I'm actually something like 16 miles from the site.
Wow.
Been coming down there for 15 years because it's a great place to volunteer, and the clients that we get are outstanding.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that, RJ. And, our senior centers, and I know the team on the phone knows this, but what I love is that they're reflections of the communities they're in. And it is amazing how special each one is. And it is true. I think Bareilles has some of the strongest kind of cultural components and really that sense of family. But it is amazing how almost all of them have these interesting reflections of different things. And the Heights one has all these like German language programs. And I mean, anyway, it's all what it should be, which is it's a reflection of the community, and it's there for the community for what they want. And in many cases, of course, tax prep, while not necessarily tied to culture, but the need is big there. And so we really appreciate that. And so thank you so much. And I actually wanted to pop into tax prep this year. It's one of the things I kind of wanted to say hello on. And I remember when they said, is it okay if we do it outside and this kind of thing? And I was like, well, sure. And they're like, but you can't even go say hello. It's too risky. So next year, I'm coming to Bareilles to say hello during tax prep. So thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody. And any nominators want to say anything just on RJ? It's okay if not, but up to each of you.
I just want to say, this is Julio from Bareilles Senior Center. And I just want to say thank you to RJ and his team. You guys were amazing. We love having you here. I hope you stay with us for a while. I know you're ready to retire, but I hope we can talk you into doing some more over here. Your team was incredible this year. Thank you so much. I wish we could throw you guys a party inside, but it had to be this way.
Wonderful. Well, and thank you too to the senior staff, the senior affairs staff, and especially out at Bareilles, your team, and so true about your quarterback reference. And I feel that way often. I can't do anything without good staff, and they never get the credit they deserve. So thank you so much and that senior center, by the way, I'll give them more credit, because I think despite multiple mayors who may have tried to mess up everything there, the staff has kept it running great regardless of who's been mayor. So, all right, well, RJ, here's your certificate. We're virtually handing it to you. And we're also going to hook you up with an awesome One Albuquerque pin. Kind of hard to see there, but anyway, enjoy and congratulations. Okay, so let's move on to our next recipient, Bessie Romero. And Bessie has been part of the Albuquerque business community for many, many decades. And I know for those of you who've been out around Central and Atrisco, this is where her shop is. And her craft store has been a longtime staple in the community, but also stepped up during COVID-19. And so like many, her business, of course, totally affected and harmed by the lack of traffic and the closures and all this stuff. But she kept a great spirit and also really shifted things towards a lot of the work when it comes to making face coverings. And so, Bessie's well known for never saying no to requests. And especially when it comes to Atrisco Heritage High School, through all the donations of her handcraft items there. But also when the Navajo Nation needed several hundreds of face coverings and for medical personnel, and even she got her neighbors involved. And so it's been just a tremendous partner for the city, and also by extension out to our neighbors out on the Navajo reservation. So Bessie, congratulations. Thank you so much for stepping up to help, and also for making all those face coverings when we need them now more than ever. So we'd love to hear a few words from you as well. Oh, and let me just check. I think you're muted, Bessie. I know it's kind of annoying on the computer, but if you can unmute yourself.
Well, I wanted to thank you, and I'm honored for the recognition, but it's not just me. I started this because of Elvia Mirabal. She asked for help, so I started helping her, and we started donating masks. And then I have a good crew. My sister Connie Moya, Kathy Chavez, my son, and Richard. Everybody has pitched in. Even my customers have donated fabric and time, and helped me distribute some of the masks. And we all have to do our part, and this is my way of doing my part, because this is what I know what to do. And if we all do our part, this will help. And it's been nothing but pleasure when I can give out masks. And all of us working together has brought us closer together too. And I hope we can do more and more. And now we're working on a project for donations to the APS Title I program, and any APS schools. We're making masks and donating them also.
That is outstanding. Good to hear, and thank you so much for just continuing to do this. And I know also I've got little kids in APS, and obviously we all know friends and family as teachers, and they, we're flying through the masks. I mean, we try and wash them and so forth, but it is amazing. It's just great to have, it's like you need at least 5 or 10 masks, just like socks, I feel like it's like, and so thank you so much for doing that. And also everyone that you mentioned too. So I really appreciate the family and friend effort that it's been. And so congratulations. And if we have any nominees or others on the phone who want to share a little bit about Bessie, now is your chance. And it's okay if not too. So what we're going to do, Bessie, and I got to come by and visit the store, but here's
I hope you do.
Yeah, here's your certificate. And so we'll bring that by, and got a great One Albuquerque pin for you too. Yours is kind of a little different shaped one, looks really cool. So enjoy, and I'll hope to see you in person with a mask on soon. Thanks.
Oh, of course. It's mandatory.
True. Very true. I know, in fact, I love these events because it's one of the few times I don't have to wear a mask. So, all right. So let's see. We now want to shift gears a little bit to our Volunteer of the Month award. And again, I mean, everyone sort of fits all of these categories, but we do have a volunteer board that also helps kind of come up with these nominations and tries to kind of institutionalize our volunteer work. And so today we want to highlight Arshia Chhabra. And Arshia attends La Cueva High School and has been an active member in Albuquerque Involved Mentees, the AIM program. And her volunteerism with AIM has been very, very impressive. And she took it upon herself to organize maskswithlaw.com. And so you can, maskswithlove.com. And so this is a really cool site. Check it out. It's obviously related to even what we've been talking about with our last awardee, but something that was really started at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, has just been more and more important. So on her website, community members can donate handmade masks in addition to writing encouraging letters to high-risk individuals and also those on the front lines fighting the virus. And so each mask is delivered along with a note of appreciation to residents and staff at local nursing homes, especially in long-term care facilities and hospitals. And so a very, very cool way to connect everything that's happening in our community, and also just a great example of bridging a lot of divides. High school students unable to go to high school, healthcare workers who need masks, people like Bessie who are making masks, and so just an awesome website. And so we'd love to hear a few words too. So Arshia, go ahead.
Hi, I'm so honored. This is awesome. When COVID started, it was so difficult for everyone. I mean, high school was canceled. I was like, the end of my junior year was gone. So I decided that maybe we should do something. So I volunteer at like a local senior nursing home center frequently, but I couldn't see them anymore when COVID started. I felt so bad. I started writing them like notes But then I was like, oh, maybe we can help like all the nursing homes around us. So I started like having all my friends and my family help out, like write notes. And then I started making masks because I realized that everyone was lacking masks. And then I extended it slowly from like nursing homes to like frontline staff and hospitals like Lovelace and UNM. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without like Miss Haley, who helped like advocate, and just my family and friends who helped like spread the word and like have everyone, just like the whole community, kind of pitch in and just send notes and masks to people all around us. And I'm glad it helped. I hope it helped. I'm currently working on doing a mass drive, like similar to a clothes drive. So hopefully that goes well. Thank you so much again.
Wow. Well, very, very inspiring. Thank you, and the folks who've helped you make this possible. And let me just see if there's any nominating members or other folks who'd like to share a little bit more about this project.
Well, I nominated Arshia. I'm Hallie, and I'm on the volunteer board. And I haven't actually met you, but I am a fan. And one of our clients is Albuquerque Involved and with Matchbox Marketing. And just hearing about your story and then putting that out on social media, we've all been just so inspired by you. I mean, it takes a really special person to, especially a high schooler, to use this time to instead, you know, there's so much on your plate. You're looking outwards and thinking about other people. So it just, you know, you really inspire us, and this is yeah, we want to thank you so much. And I'd like to put your website on the chat, so I'm going to share that with everyone so we can all see your great work.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
We haven't met before. Like, that's so
Yeah, it's so nice to virtually meet you.
kind of cool. The power of Zoom. So very, very special. So, well, I want to thank everyone who tuned in today, and just some great highlights of our city. And, you know, I would just, oh, and also I should too officially give you your digital award there too. And we got a One Albuquerque pin too as well. So, you know, for us, I know these are very challenging times in all sorts of ways. And, but it's also important that we celebrate, especially that we celebrate each other. And so that's really what these awards are meant to be, and what even this conversation fundamentally is about. And I want to just close by saying it's also about celebrating our city. You know, we have our challenges like every city, and whether it's Corona or whether it's crime or the art project, or you name what the issue is. But we are a very, very special city, and we're a city with an amazing history, one of resilience, one of diversity, and one of community, and one of being there for each other in time of need. And these are three great examples of that today. So I want to thank you for making, being a part of what makes Albuquerque great. Thank you so much. All right, folks. Well, listen, have a safe and healthy weekend. And it was great to chat with each of you. Take care.